Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm just going to do a quick little synopsis video on the app called Whatnot. So to begin with, I'm going to pull up a video here of a live stream, and what brought me personally to the app was when the Guggen Squad decided to join up on the app. And so I'm going to show a quick little clip of what the app looks like on the computer, then I'll explain a little bit more, and I'll show what it looks like on the mobile app, which is the primary purpose or use for this. So right here we have a visual of what the app's going to look like on the computer. As you can see here, this is basically, to sum it up, the app is a bidding auction site where it is streamed live, and the seller lists the item as they go. So each item will have a description. As you can see in the bottom left, this is a giveaway. A lot of streamers will do giveaways because in order to enter, you have to follow them. Thus, they gain followers, and hopefully they will gain people who will also buy from them in the future. Unfortunately, I can't use the audio on this video because this particular one was playing music in the background, and that is a copyright no-no for YouTube. So again, quick summary is this app is for live streaming bidding auction site for a variety of things, and as you can see here, there's a whole bunch of different categories, not just fishing, although the fishing category is growing now that especially Guggen has brought a lot of their crowd to the app. But as you can see, there are many others. Another one that I particularly follow is the coins and bullion, silver, gold, collectible coins, stuff like that. There's toys and hobbies, arts and handmade, electronics, action figures, a whole slew of other things that might also catch your eye besides the sports and outdoors or the fishing section. Then on here, as you can see, this is the fishing section. Another cool thing I found on this app is you can go back and watch the live stream again. Not every seller does this, but I would say a majority of them do if they're a legitimate and good seller, because what you could do is if you win something, or if you want a giveaway, if you want an item, or missed something about it or wanted to go back to see what you bought, because sometimes you buy a lot of things during a stream and you might have lost track about what model, what brand, what color it was, whatever it is, and you can watch the live stream again by going back to the seller, pulling it up, clicking last shows, and then you can view, as you can see on here, throughout the show, and kind of go back to see what it is that was going on. So one thing I will note is that the customer service on this app is amazing. I've had a couple hiccups where USPS basically dropped the ball and the package was multiple weeks where the status hadn't changed, and it was basically lost, and they just refunded me the money, no issues, no questions asked. And then probably 4 or 5 days later, it actually started tracking again, and it finally did get delivered almost 3 weeks after ordering. Now that's a one-off, and that's on the delivery service, not on the app, but it goes to show the customer service on the app is there to back it up even when it wasn't their own fault. And it wasn't the seller's fault either, obviously. They delivered the package to the shipping service, and the shipping service just didn't do their job. But again, it was refunded totally, and in the email they even most of the time will say, hey, we're refunding you your money, and on top of that, if you do ever receive the package, please keep this as an apology for your troubles. So that's pretty cool. So far, there are different payment methods you can use: PayPal, your card. It's a very safe app, and the community grows more and more each day. As you can see from the starting clip at the beginning, on Android, or the Google Store rather, there's over 1 million plus downloads, and it has a 4.6 stars with 42,000 reviews. So that's a pretty solid app, considering it's an auction based app and not everyone's going to be happy with it. It's not just a mobile game that's free that you download and stuff, so there's always going to be some people griping. So once you join an auction, once you find a seller, for example, the Guggen Squad, you will see in the bottom right corner, they usually will use the term buck and go, which means they're going to start with a dollar or a buck bid. And then from there, there's a timer that counts down. And people will swipe that little yellow bar in the bottom right to the right. And then it'll bid a dollar. And then another person will bid by swiping right $2, $3, $4, etc., until the timer either runs out, which the timer, if it's just a standard sale, will keep every time there's a bid, it'll add a couple more seconds on, unless it's on sudden death mode, in which case, as soon as that timer runs out, whichever person had the last bid wins automatically. You got to be careful with that though, because if you swipe, you have bid on that item. And if you're the last person to bid on the item, you are purchasing that item. You can request a cancellation, but the seller does not have to honor that. It's up to the seller if they feel they need to cancel it for whatever reason. You can reach out to Whatnot support, and I believe currently there still is a policy standing that you get a one-time accidental forgiveness for a cancellation, where they basically cover the charges. So again, good customer service. A quick tip on that note, though, is to use the custom bid, which is the little left-hand side button there that states custom bid. And then you could just set it to what you want, and if it goes beyond that, then that's fine. The item's gone. It's more than you want to spend anyway. It's not an issue. But if it does not go beyond that number, you will be the winning bid, and you'll get your item. Generally speaking, the app requires sellers to ship the item within 2 business days of the actual sale. So most items are shipped to your door fairly quick. It's not going to be some Amazon Prime delivery because it's just going through the standard USPS, but it is still pretty quick in the aspect that that item is going to be in the mail within 2 business days and on the way to you. Most recently, the app updated to allow sellers to customize shipping. Basically, before it was a flat shipping rate from the Whatnot side of things, where they charged you a flat shipping rate, and then it would, after that first initial one, it would go down, and then it might say free shipping, or it might only say 40-cent shipping from the original, $3, $4, $5. But then, as you add more weight to your package, it may adjust again, and you might see it kind of go back up again. But recently, like I mentioned, now the sellers can adjust that. They could do discounted shipping, or they can cover the shipping entirely, where the seller is actually paying for the shipping to try to lure more customers in. So that is good improvements on the app. I like to see apps improving on themselves all the time. And again, this is an example of a giveaway, what that looks like. Basically, you can enter these streams. If there's a giveaway going on, you just click enter giveaway, and then it'll randomly draw. And usually they pick a 5-minute timer just to try to attract as many people as they can. And lastly, I'm not exactly sponsored by the app, but what the app does have is a referral link, as you can see here with the instructions. If you are interested, this is one way you can support the page without having to actually spend any money. And so you just go down to the link that I'll leave in the description and sign up following these instructions, and you'll get a $10 sign up bonus, as well as I'll get $10 for each person that signs up. So it's a win-win. But as always, there's no obligations, and I will catch you on the next video.